someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm staying fake, I don't believe the panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something?
It ain't really none of my business, but mister, I don't think she's that into you. That's just the vibes I get. Maybe I'm wrong. That's the kind of results I get when I use that same dance move, mister, so don't feel bad. Here's to the funky chicken. They really dig the funky chicken.
Then I stop myself for a while.
Oye, mi amor, ¿qué vamos a hacer hoy? Dime.
Jangueando en la casa aburrido con ganas de qué. Averiguando qué hacer por la noche. Entonces entrarse en mi cuarto pa' ver. Levántate mi amor, hoy vamos a beber. Saxo. No hay trabajo en la mañana. Ponte algo sexy, bebé. No hay trabajo en la mañana. Tírate un selfie, bebé. Yeah, hey. Ponte algo sexy, mi amor. Saxo. Tírate un selfie, mi amor. Hey, dale. Tírate un selfie que te ve bien cabrón. Brindamos todas las copas, que se trabajo. Tírate un selfie que te ve 1,000,000. No hay trabajo en la mañana, un bendición. Baby, put your favorite dress on. And maybe we can skip and go right to the sequel. Prende Philly Blunt, take a hit for the people. El Instagram, que se algoritmo. Machuca sin vergüenza y la tiro con ritmo. Agua. You know I like it like that. You know I like it like that. You know I like it like that. Yeah. Tírate un selfie que te ve bien cabrón. No hay trabajo en la mañana. Llamo a mi cama when the night is done. Ponte algo sexy, mi amor. Tírate un selfie, mi amor. Ponte algo sexy.
seriously, mister, she's just not that into you. I mean, she's trying to be nice about it. Maybe you shouldn't just creep up on her like that. I'm just saying. Oh, crap, there's a button. Oh, jeez. Sorry, Road Dog.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. Clearly behind me you can see what's been dominating the day, and crypto is like every thumbnail is talking about this coin on crypto YouTube. And you know, lot to talk about right there. She's up at $29 right now. We were trading that live in the morning for 3 hours on a little special live stream. We might talk about that in a minute. Here we are on Bitcoin, 6 minutes, just kind of seeing what's going on. Oh, there's the target at 105, 400-ish getting hit there. Now that I've already taken the liberty of copying this over to the Vandy while in the trading group, so you don't have to watch me do that. We're coming back up for a retest of that. That's a groovy idea. Look, we were headed this way, and now we're headed that way. Let me make this a little bit more graphical. We were headed this way. Now we seem to be headed this way. Like your title, it sounds weird. Title of the show tonight just kind of alludes to the question, are we going to get one more shakeout before we really see these levels get broken? Because we got these areas on these bigger time frames. Let's go to a different chart. With you, let's go to a daily chart. Remember where we were, where we're trying to head to. We got this guy right here, 108,000, almost 500-ish, close enough. Right there, park it right there, about 108, 400. That was our all-time high that we made a few weeks ago. So we got to come up and test that, ideally make a higher high. One of those areas that I've got for a possible higher high would be the $111,000 area. Now, I'm going to double check that real quick. Let's bring out our old Fibonacci. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. I will stand by that with a little backup area right here. About 113. 115.7 is also technically on the table here. But let's remember where we came from, shall we? That's just crazy that we were expecting the 236 Fibonacci area from the very bottom of the run all the way up to there, and that's good. That's strong. That's very strong. I do have to put this guy in here though. Bigger time frames and whatnot, and this bigger picture, and bouncing off of 382 is also very, very bullish. If we have to come down there for some reason, it's looking a little less likely since we have that breakout right here, right? Let me get rid of some of these lines here. Get the lines off. I can't see. A number thrown my way too. All right. Oh, you would suggest 115 right there yourself. That does suggest that 115 might be a bigger area to contend with there. We've got a little confluence from another Fibonacci for that area as well, right? We're going to lock that little guy in right there. I'm going to play around my Fibonacci's a little bit because, well, they're just fun to play with. Here we got a 382. We take this impulse move, definite 382 material. This is from where the move started and then where we went topped out from this idea here. Impulse starting there. Nice little retracement there that can take us to some beautiful, beautiful high areas if we can get up there. $124. These are some bigger picture ideas that we might be looking at. Possibly up to 133. It's all sound bullish, right? Sound bullish. But what could be the bad side? What could be something that we might see is come up here and not be able to get past that $108,000 area. So I see us trying to get up there. There's also some possibilities that we might make a lower high. We're getting close to those areas, so what we need to see is get above this area, 106,200. That's our 886 Fibonacci retracement. That's usually where we kind of take a, say, hey, maybe this is, if we're doing a lower high, the area we're in now, and that little line just right up above there, which I'm going to color purple now. What's the color purple? Is the music putting you to sleep? It's just making me just kind of mellow. About 106. Give or take a little 100 or two. We need to get a candle close above that if we want to see these higher areas. Just period. So the one scenario that we could be looking at is, that's not what I'm looking for. The possible scenarios that we could be looking for over this next week, we got Trump coming in office. That's good. He may have some crypto bills signing. Good news, bad news. There's still the possibility that this would be our lower high. Then we got to come down and look for, but it's still a higher high than this one. So that's good. That is good. And then we'll be looking for a higher low. Now, I would really look around this $100,000 area where we close these daily candles, and just that psychological support and resistance area right there would be a great place for us to come back and retest. That just makes perfect sense. We come back and bounce off the 0100. Right around that 100 area, it'd also be another 382 Fibonacci's, and see where I'm going with this. That's a nice positive bullish area to bounce from for another biggish move. Another more biggish move, very bigly move there could be happening. Takes us up to our 618 area up here, about 116ish. If that works out for us, that would be a nice setup. That would be a healthy retracement. Come back to just right around 100,000, maybe dip a little below just that one last time. Other scenario we might be looking at is coming up and doing a double top, and well, okay, it's a little bit better, 108,000, but still we got to come down and make some kind of a higher low. This one could actually bring us back down to 95. That's kind of, there will be a higher low before we come down, and if we are doing something like that, that'll start becoming more apparent. I'm not saying that's what's happening, not trying to be bearish, but I'm just giving the ideas and the scenarios we're looking at. Other scenario is that we break out the higher, well, you went a little too, I got a little too gutsy. Up here at 11,000, 1.13 Fibonacci. Maybe retest back down here to this area about 106 where we got our daily open there, and then we start working our way up. So those are the scenarios that I'm kind of watching for over this next week. Is either we pump with the Trump, or maybe the ball just doesn't get rolling as fast. I don't know. What I understand, they do plan on making this a priority in the US, and they do plan on doing it early, and it does behoove them to do this Bitcoin strategic reserve to help with the dollar. So I don't know, we got these scenarios that could be playing out. Other than watching price action, all we can do is start looking at some possible indicators, and probably on a bigger time frame. So let's take a look at the weekly here for the MACD, because she was getting kind of scary, and she's still she's just neutral right now. So she's waiting and seeing what's going to happen. So she's totally neutral. She can go bearish, she can continue up and go bullish. One thing that I'll point out is that this was starting to bend down a little bit last week, and now she leveled out, so that's a good sign. So we got a little influence here from the 3-day. Now, we've not got our clearance here on the 3-day that we're going to go bullish. That's where we're waiting on here on this chart. Once we see this MACD cross these little lines here, blue cross over that red, once we start seeing the blue action here instead of red action, looks like it wants to do that. We're headed in the right direction, guesstimating just by how many candles it would take us for actually get across if things are going in our favor. It would take us probably about to the end of next week, it looks like, to actually see that bullish cross. But it doesn't mean that it's going to do that. It doesn't mean that it's going to do that. It can easily just roll over too. So we can't let ourselves get too bullish. I mean, you can, but then you're being emotional, and then you might make a stupid decision at some point. They're like, we're going to 500,000. Diamond hands, baby. That's what they did last time. I want to draw your attention to this 3-day chart where the 9-moving average. Oh, nice. That's a positive sign here on this one. This might change things. This might make things bullish. We got an official cross right here. She crossed negative. She made it up. 9 over the 21 on the 3-day. That's actually beautiful. I like that. That's strong for this next week. Or at least in our favor there. That suggests that we could at least come up to 108,000 double and test that little guy. Still expect some kind of rejection here at 106. That's just the way the fibs work. You see it on a smaller time frame. She looks like she's trying to set up for a little double toppy action here right now, right below that. Nice little place. But let's look at these moving averages here. I'm on the 4-hour time frame now. I am jumping around. This was the bottom here. We had that nice little kind of Roman bridge type style bottom there. We got the 50 moving average crossing bullshit over the 200 and some others. That's a go signal on this time frame, and it means, hey man, if you get a pullback, definitely buy it. It's an official buy signal on this time frame, but I interpret it as don't buy now, buy the next pullback, because there usually is one. Elliot, have you got anything to share on the wave count here? Hell, I didn't think so. You're still on your... Well, according to this, we just continued a 5-wave pattern here. Believe it or not, that's one of Elliot's theories here. And we did an ABC correction, which it looks sketch for real to be Elliott wave theory. It just does. But hey, I'm not going to argue with the indicator because, well, it's programmed better than I am on Elliott wave. So let's go with that. I look for 3 humps in the dumpy dump, and you're not telling me anything here. Oh, here we go. Let's go down to the 1 hour, and now we're starting to tackle this wave. I think we saw this one the other night. Elliot, looks like you called it pretty well there with a possible forward move. Let's see where you're taking us. Elliot thinks we might go to 107, 110, or 115, the same target we got over here. That would be the bullish extension of this 5th wave there. And if we're going to get bullish, that's the one we probably want to go with. I still like my 111 area there. He's a little below me. But one thing you didn't mention, Elliot, one thing I didn't see it say is the possibility of us just coming up here and coming down this way, and this being your 5th wave, because now you draw it that way sometimes because we argue about it. So let's keep our eyes, let's be a bit vigilant about this $106,000 area for Bitcoin. And what might happen there, we may easily fall back to the 102 area or even the $100,000 area, retest that. That's kind of fitting for what might be going on during the week. We don't know, but they do like to start us out. Tomorrow's Sunday. They've kind of surprised us a little bit with a little bit more bullish momentum this weekend on a Saturday, picking up the Trump coin, and all that has definitely helped. But they do like to mess with us on Mondays and Tuesdays. They just make a habit of doing that. Drop us like a rock, turn around and blow us to the upside, or take us up, get us bullish, then drop us down. That's what market makers seem to do. Let me say hello to everybody. Make sure the microphone's on, all that good kind of stuff. You're kind of late on that, ain't you? We got 30 beautiful people hanging out watching the Turkey Talk Crypto on a Saturday night. We got Glittery Marshmallow, and congratulations, you're first. Jeffrey Stone Cypher, Salenta Anderson, Stragahart, Board PC Guy says they knew TikTok ahead of midnight and said a nice thing about Trump. I haven't kept up with the TikTok, but I hear that's what they're going to something called Red something. I don't know. I'm not a TikToker. Very popular though. Board PC Guy, how's it going? Ave Medina, 5th. Woo-wee! Had a nap. Let's go. Round 2 going. Felt like a damn crypto slumber party last night. Thanks, Rhoda. Hey, thank you for hanging out. We had a lot more people on that 3, 4, 5 in the morning stream than I anticipated. Of course, lots of people looking for anything I think they could find out about the Trump coin. Road Glide. Oh, Medina, I like the way you're talking right there. That might make Elvis come out for a.
For those that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Jaime Nawadi said, hey brother, can you please take a look at Solana? Solana is actually on my list. I've got a list of, I just got 5 coins written down to go over. I will put a little box around Solana, so I might go over that one first there. Avi Medina, crypto for the people by the people. I agree. Or PC Guy says, I couldn't help but scalp today. Actually gained a good percentage on my tiny account. There you go. Celebrate your accomplishments, my man. Oh, Stragan's got the turkey water ready. Avi Medina says, nice moonbag Trumpito. That's how you do it. We just gonna keep clapping. I moonbagged my Trump too. I moonbagged her earlier. I'll talk about that. But she had a nice pump. We did nail a top. It did come back down from a rejection like it should do, and then went back up and made a higher high. We'll bring those charts up and talk about those. Briefly. Not going to spend a bunch of time. Striggy says he's doing the classic Biden sniff. There's Joe from Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber. Go check him out. Excellent source, educational source for you to learn this market. You've only got so many more months left. Get your little think tape together. The people that you resonate with, that are trying to give you good information, not the ones that are trying to always talk about them or brag about themselves and stuff like that, but somebody that's actually going to kind of share some things with you and some insights with you. Some people's got some experience in the wallet in this market, been through a couple of cycles before or more, just to kind of help you out. There's a lot of us out here that aren't charging all these crazy prices or putting everything behind paywall, but definitely sharing and everything in our live streams. Joe's another guy that likes to share the TA knowledge. And I vouched for him. He was actually in one of the trading groups that I was in as an admin over there, and I just know from experience how well he is explaining the stuff, especially to new people. He's just got a knack for that, just to kind of break things down. So if you're coming into it new, you know, it just takes us. Joe's a good one to watch. Go watch Joe. Incredible. Okada. Nosana recently posted about them, and it's only 4 million market cap. Well, that sounds kind of juicy. Make my spidey senses tingle. Nobody said anything about the music, so I guess we're cool with the chill vibes tonight. The chicken doesn't fit though. I just noticed the chicken. We got to take the chicken off. Here, chicky. The chickie is just twerking too much for this. I forgot about the chicken. Didn't we have the chicken button? We got the chicken button. Oh yeah, there we go. We got it. Chris Klein says, hey dog, hey Chris, MG Motorsports. Hello folks in Sleepy Dog Crypto. Yeah, dog, I've been sleepy today. I've not gotten very much sleep today. Just when I went to bed, I had to wake up a few hours later because we had company coming over. This time from out of town, so not much sleep today. Litecoin seems to be finding support. We might check on Litecoin there. ATX Bassard. I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. Well, thank you. Or muchos gracias. $33 now. Is that for Trump? Smooth jazz. I can use it. All right. Cool. Joe says, nailed it. Man, I'm good. Real Estate Machine says, great music and vibe. Okay, cool. Because I kind of like this too. It puts it, the music affects how I present things. It really does. And I kind of like the slow, mellow vibe. That's what I used to do before I showed my face anyway, was the little mellow vibe. Slinda. Nice turkeys, Joe. Joe, as the one that made the turkey icons. Yeah, I appreciate that, Joe. I'll give him another shout out for that. I was not even thinking about it. This has been a hit.
All right. Yeah.
Joe, you out giving free hugs. Sometimes you need a hug in this market. Well, I think we said hello to. Oh, there's Bug Pick. Did I not miss you? And Maddie, did I not get everything? I must have scrolled down too far. There's a lot of, or maybe not enough. Well, Bug Pick, how's it going? Glad to see you here. Poor PC guy, little TikTok isn't really gone. It's a play, very entertaining play for a day. I think Trump is for it now. I mean, last administration he was looking at it sideways and kind of wondering about it, but I think I don't know. Well, they'll figure all that out. TikTok is ran by commies. Oh yeah. They tried to shake down the American companies in their country, and it's time to. Hey, I like the way that they're going on this, but boy, I was reminded today though that well, not everybody thinks along those lines, and I don't know if it's liberal mindset or just the Trump derangement syndrome, but yeah, I've seen some examples of that today. Of course, I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to do a much better job this time than what we saw from him last time. They literally tied his hands the whole time last time. I got so frustrated. I'm like, just leave him alone and let him do what he came to do instead of trying to hinder his every move. But he is our president, and the world seems to be taken to it very well, and the market seems to be taken to it very well. And well, he was America's choice. Let's roll with it. Let's turn the page. Let's move forward, as they say. Boys, I'm afraid I like the music, but I feel like I'm on Three's Company in the Regal the Regal Beagle. I used to love that show. The Regal Beagle. Aaron T, glad to see ya. Nero on Solana. Contracts start CTG. Okay, cool. Not sure where it's going. Okay, gotcha. I did read the chat, Joe. And we got Ryan K. Oh man, I just clicked the arrow and there's more, and there are more. Joe's educational materials are great. Joe shared he shared some videos with me through the DM and everything, and I shared it with you guys over there. Some great ways to look at some of these meme coins and things, and some other stuff. So very appreciative of that. Just yeah, guys need knowledge. To adding tools and things to your toolbox. Just day by day, you get better and better and learn more and more stuff. And if you learn some good stuff, and it'll help you out a lot more. And I appreciate Joe for sharing that information. Chicken is all right, a little creepy though. Yeah, he is kind of creepy. We got Crypto Cash. How's it going? MG Motor says $34 now. Is it really? Celinda says the American people seem so much happier lately. That was my sentiment, but then I keep running into people that have a different opinion. They're kind of scared. And when I listen to them, what I keep picking up on, one person said they had to quit watching the news, so they quit watching the news, and then it didn't bother them as much. So a lot of this has come from the media. the legacy media and its derangement syndrome, I guess. It's my feelings on it. And wow. But this just makes me think, and I'm sure they think the same thing about those of us that support him. And most people in crypto do support him. I mean, you just do. Number go up. It's just, oh gosh, I don't know. I think I lost my thought. What the news and that influence. I just, it makes me wonder. They think I guess they think that we're brainwashed or whatever, but I just think, it's so easy for people, because I see it in my household a lot. Whatever said on the news, that's it, or the first stories, and then the first emotional reaction you get from it, that's becomes the new truth or something. But news is easy to manipulate. CIA's been in that for a long time, and for trading journalist. Made $90 a TikTok influencer. YouTube has always been my gold mine. Saw it from the beginning. Are you on YouTube, Avi Medina? What's on parade? Here in Communist Canada, the liberal paid-for media keeps saying Trump is starting a trade war. All he says, there will be tariffs to provinces that don't control their border with the U.S. I think they're... What I love about Trump, what I really like about him and think that we need are... politicians that can negotiate and do that, and I think he's going to do a great job. And of course, you got to go in and kick the tires and make some wild offers and wild claims to get you got to get your baseline and all this established. There's things that go into that, and I don't think people really appreciate what he's doing. I don't think they really do. I mean, it comes across kind of crazy. I'll admit sometimes it's brash and bold. But it's nothing like, I don't know. I just think he's a different person now. I think he's a different person now. I just see a much kinder, happier man now. A more kinder, fulfilled man. And even when he's having to fight through everything, his disposition is a lot better now than what it was. Oh, well, this is not a politics show. I don't mean to get it over there, but... Oh, there's one more. Let's see, I missed it. There was a chat before we get out of the chat. Soul is flying. Oh, I guess it is if Trump is pumping off too. Power friend, Road Dog Crypto. Thanks for the basic 1 minute TA and fibs last night. Woke up and traded the same trend lines today and added a fib channel. It's back in price discovery. Oh, nice. Well, let's go take a look at Mr. Trump coin. I've got it on the original thing that we had over here. Oh my gosh. Let's see what's happening. There's been lots of wild claims about this one today. But I've got to do this. We got to do this. This is for channel growth and for the algorithm. Oh, look, somebody. Oh, whoa, what happened here? Hey, you over on the 20x long, 218%. What was this on? This was on Trump. Oh, cool. So they got Trumps on the exchanges now, and they're doing perpetuals on some exchanges. And got in at, oh, nice, 29.71 out at 32, or yeah, average closing price 32.96. Nice, 218% gains. Nice, I love it when you guys do that. Post your wins here. Go for it. All right, so here we were. Oh, that's not it. Did you not post? Oh man. Oh, this was it. So we left the stream last night. We were breaking out of here early this morning, somewhere around $20, I think. And best I can remember, I was waiting for it to break out of here, and then I waited till we broke out of here, and then I just had to get some rest. But that was the target that we had right there. We left it, and then this is what happened with it. It went up there. And this is what it should have done. Rules of thumb. This is what it should do. There's always that anomaly where it may not work out, right? But this is the 1618. That's normally the how would you say, the boundaries of your extension. That's normally it. There are exceptions and there's some higher targets, but that's normally where you would expect a bigger correction. We got that, and it was just a correction. I think we just came back and tested this area, and then now, working on a new wave and making our higher highs. And let's go take a look at that. But had to get the moment in, because that's beautiful. That's beautiful. This was the measured move that we took from, gosh darn, I didn't write it in there. Was it from here? Maybe, gosh, break out from here. I don't know. But we, it was, I thought it was kind of weird that we kind of went past it. But when she came back up, she was getting resistance on that trend line. So that's interesting. It's interesting to note the difference on how price reacts to measured moves, because you can be off on your measured moves, right? More easy, but the fibs, you're not usually off on those. I mean, and I just have great respect for the fibs. So let's see what Trump is doing now. I guess we can finally get to a beer. Oh, nice, looky there. Let me get this fib off of there. Well, wait a minute. Where was our 6-1 for $24 right here? That's where we got our fib. Okay. So this is the last time I looked at this or was on this chart. So let's see what's happened so we can figure out what's going on. I'll take that fib off for a second. Okay, so I just extended that line, and you can see how when we broke it, and that would have been a good place to sell at $25 just to save yourself. Well, that's the rules of my game anyway. She came down and did a bearish retest, what we would look like a bearish retest. And then they ride the leg up. And when you're in a bullish move, this is what you can see this a lot of times. And then what you look for is the possibility of it coming up for a double top scenario, because you still got this trend line acting as resistance. That's actually what happened that made me moonbag mine when we did this over here. Let me draw this line. Because during the stream and everything, or even after the stream, this was where we nailed it at 24. Then she broke the trend line. And my orders at Jupiter did not get filled there. So I was like, well, great. So when we broke the trend line and did that, and I think we started coming up a little bit, but anyway, I was like, she's looking like a possibility to double top, and that's what can happen. So I moonbagged mine here because I got mine at around $9, $10, $11 all through there, and that gave me a good moonbag. Then we dropped down to 16, and we that you didn't hit my fibses. You didn't hit my fibses. She went down to a 113 right there, that area. I didn't look it. I got a different one from something else. And sometimes that happens. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong measurement. It's easier to see it in hindsight after it plays out, but she did actually come down to that 113. That's cool. And that's, you find that to be kind of normal. That's why we like them a lot. All right. So anyway, we went on, and then we got a $34 higher high. I guess I didn't actually plan anything out on here. Let's clear this out. And so this is what we're looking at now. These touches under here. Now we still got resistance, so it will be. It's going to be hard for it to get above this 38, 39 here. It's going to stumble. I'm not saying it can't do it, but so we want to take this trend line. I want to make it dotted trend line, because it's not the most, I mean, it'll be resistance, definitely, I believe, but it's not going to be our main focus here. We'll pull some fibs here. We're at a 113, so that makes perfect sense why we would get rejected in this area. And let me see if I can tighten up my fibs here. Yeah, tighten them up, line it up nicer, and it did respect that 113 Fibonacci. So pullback is in order. Not the end of the world, not the end of the world. Which means that we're at 33. That was 35. We're coming down now. So I need to take. Do I need to take, or do I need to let it ride? I got it moon back. I got no risk in it. I'm gonna see what she can do. I wish I'd put a limit order there. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We'll see what we do. I'm not in a hurry to get out of this position right now. Did we already draw that? So here we go with the trend line. Love the trend lines. Trend lines are awesome. We got the breakout. So here at $27, and that would have been what we would say would be a nice breakout entry over here. I love it the way some of these other YouTubers go back in history and so, well, this was here and this and saw this and they gave that and this and we called this and I nailed it. And I don't know. I've seen them in I've just seen some interesting things today. Big braggadocious claims, but they also had to admit to a $5,000 loss and then they forgot about it again. I don't know. I just see weird stuff here on YouTube. It's all about being the man, seems like. All right, Dick Screener, you're getting on my nerves here. All right, so it's a good possibility. What I was trying to do. Yeah, we did that. Did you erase that? For real? We just marked you right there. I'm having to get used to this deck screener thing because it keeps repeating things on me. All right. So with that being a 113 retrace or extension, I feel comfortable pulling a fib here and looking for the areas we need. Now the 382s are what I'm looking for most. It's the new 618 at this point in the market. Bounces off the 382s are a good continuation of a strong uptrend. It's not the norm, but it's becoming the norm now in this nice big uptrend that we got out of crypto overall. I've always got the 618 and the 0.5 and all of those guys. Now I would recommend that you look over to the left a little bit and you can see some support right over through these areas. Also some support over here, suggesting maybe we can catch around through here a little bit. 21 moving average is also coming up right below it a little bit. I'm leaning to the 382 to see what we do there. That's what I'm marking with a backup option of that 618 Fibonacci area right about 20. Is that $28? $28 for Trump coin. All right. So we might be pulling back to 30, retest that area, possibly come back and retest this. Now we're looking at this pattern wise, whether you want to draw it like this or you want to draw it like this. Actually, I would lean more to this. So this is what was really going on here. And then you leveled out through here, making more of a partial decline for this pattern where it squeezes. But this trend line also very important to remember, especially when you get breakouts of what might be considered a flag or to the upside or whatever, because that'll help you know when you're going to bump your head on something or when something might not be working out just as well. So you got to measure move from this idea right here, this channel. Put that at the breakouts, also taking us up to this area. It's suggesting just a wee bit more, about 36.86. I'd say for fun and giggles, since we got the breakout, let's go ahead and put that measure move on there and let's just test her and see how she does. Well, I could have sworn I had a template there, but oh. All right, well, I guess that's... So a measure move from a channel, I'll just make a note up there and change that to blue. Make it a thinner line so it doesn't dominate the whole thing there. All right, so for Trump, that's kind of what I see might be playing out over. We're on the 5-minute chart here. So, what do you look like on the 15? How crazy are you looking? Looking pretty decent. And now, I mean, we've got to include this. And ooh, from the very bottom, how's that angle? Is that angle? I like the angles. That's really close. Is it my fault? That's so crazy that on this exchange over here on Dex Tools, that the opening candle opened at 36 cents, had a high of 55 cents and a low of 18 cents, and it closed at 36 cents. And this thing has done 100x since those first candles open. All right, so Trumpy Trump, are you trying to go up right now? Are you trying to go past these areas? Well, clearly, if she decides to just go on up, which is, you know, she should take a chill pill right here, but if she decides to keep on going up, we're going to go to the full extent over here. Oh, snap. We're going to go to the full extent as far as a target that I'm going to put here. Let me play that. I'm going to play it. Well, yeah, it's definitely going there. But that means if it's going to break up past where it shouldn't, well, it's on a bullish move, and we got a chance to get up there. The $41. Okay. I'll go with that. If you want to bounce here. All right, let me get the fibs off of this little guy, and I'm going to post this update. As soon as I can remember how to... Oh my gosh, are you real? She looking? Wow. See if she can get 36.76, that area. That'd be the measure move in that blue line. Retest 35.77 through that area. I can't see her going to 41 right now. I would think she'd have to pull back before she gets there, but hey, crypto do what crypto do. All right, price target updates. There we go. All right, so that's Trump coin. All we need to do there. Let me come back to the chat real quick and see what you guys are talking about. Make sure I'm not missing anything important over here. Ryan K says both Road Dogg and Joe have a wealth of knowledge, hoping to absorb enough to make a little money this cycle, and we'll be able to kick ass next cycle. Wish I'd found you guys a year ago. Great communities. Thank you very much. I gotta say, I'm not familiar with Joe's community. It seems very fine. It was the chat, the community in this chat and everything seems very fine. But I gotta say, you guys are awesome. Man, we got no drama here. Or in the Telegram community. It's a smooth, supportive. I mean, you get just a good group of people, and I like that. Where PC guy is too busy to see Trump start forcing. I didn't see it start, and then, you know, I didn't pay much attention to it. I think somebody mentioned it on stream, and I thought they were talking about the other Trump coin, which dumped, and now we know why. Because I had some of that. I was very disappointed in that. Because that one went up to like $18. But it didn't click that there was a new one. I haven't been staying up with it. A lot of people missed it. I was fortunate to get about 9, 10, 11 through those ranges when I started paying attention and saw the pullback and said, I'm going to throw money in. And then I saw it break through that and I said, well, I'm going to throw $500 in. So, and I didn't throw a whole bunch. But I did moon back what I have, and it's up a lot more than where it was. But it will come down. It will come down. Always happy. How do you post gains using Jupiter? Maybe not as snazzy as other exchanges. I don't know. I'm sure there's a way. I'm pretty positive there is. MG Motorsport says, I'm not even an American and I support him. Power Friends Frib channel all the way. Oh, is that right? Okay, cool. MG Motor, I did that. Oh, congratulations on your win there on that with the 200 and something % gains. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Your usernames on YouTube may not be the ones in Telegram, so that's kind of cool when I can associate who you guys are. All right. Awesome. All right. Let's. I think I've got most of the Solana up. We'll go look at Solana next here. Didn't we dump the day the ETF went live? I believe we did. Coinbase stock dumped after it went live. The ETFs usually have a history of having, you know, a dump effect, a harmful effect a little bit. It was the futures ETFs at Bitcoin when they got approved by the SEC and whatever. Those were the tops of Bitcoin. That's what that allows people to come in and start shorting. And so if there's a plan for it, I guess they let them be profitable shorting it down. I came in late. Did we look at dominant? No, we haven't. Abu says, I sold DJT, Barron, and Martin Scarelli ties. But supposedly Barron did not claim it. Huh. Mystery, says Ali Banana. War PC Guys says, I don't even know what my name is in Telegram. All right, let's take a look at Solana real quick because she's been popping off with all the Trump coin action over there. Where could we finance? Probably. It's a tired turkey. Oh man, go Solana, go. Let us zoom out. Well, I had a target here, 246. Oh, you just didn't give a crap at all about that at all. That whole zone. Was I just being too? Was I being too conservative? You blasted through you blasted through them all. That's a strong ass move right there. To go through the 786, 886 without a hiccup. And went through the 618 without a hiccup. I mean, that's not normal price action. That's not what normally we see. It'd be okay. There's nothing wrong with it because let me because I mean we confirmed a double bottom pattern. And they're very simple. You can take a measure, move down to the bottoms. I'm going to line it up here. We can take one here too and kind of compare. But put that at the breakout and that puts you right where we're at. So we're in your top areas and we're right up here. So what did you do? You're making a higher high. Sweet. Okay. Is this your all-time high for Solana? I believe it is, right? Yeah, I think one of you guys might have just said that. So Solana is technically in price discovery now. Nice respect of the trend line. I'm on the weekly time frame here, just if you were ever going to look for a cup and handle pattern, that's kind of a nice one. It's not, I mean, it didn't really come up. Now that it's come up here, now what you can see, this will not freak you out, but this could be the cup part. This is what a normal cup and handle looks like. You're looking for them where they're close to being level. If it does this and it makes the flag a little too soon on the cup and handle, it could just be filling out the cup and then making the bigger handle. There are cups and handles within cups and handles. That's it. And one of my mentors used to call it cup season. So, so some people would be looking for the breakout to the upside, but really for cup and handle, you want them to be, in all essence, it's really just a channel idea. For real, for real. If we were to do a real cup and handle idea, even if it's just a scallop, this idea still works. What's the difference? Well, the scallop don't have a handle. The scallop comes up to where the price met and it don't have a handle. It just keeps on going. Well, it's a cup without handle. Well, it's a tall glass of water is what it is, taking us up to 514 if that idea plays out. Let's hit the wrong button one more time. I'm pretty good at that. I practice a lot. I got a lot of practice hitting the wrong buttons. CH last channel. Got to put notes up there. I'll come back in 2 weeks and say, well, what was that from? All right, let's come down to the daily. See, 200 moving average is at $80, 21 to 179. Just want to note those. We're above the 9 moving average, so good. Can't say anything bad about it. 3-day. Looks like the 9's wanting to cross over that bullishly. Thinks so. Ooh, nice. Look at this 3-day MACD. First candle body. Open in the blue. That's nice. What you look like on the daily. Looks nice on the daily too. 3-day looks strong. Solana getting ready to... Oh, crap. Am I selling too much too soon? Can you... Are you going to go? And I don't think she's not going to have a straight in shot up there. All right, well, let's get some higher targets just in case she wants to go higher. You did a full on pretty much. Oh wow, that's a deep ass retracement right there. We're going to look for 292 and 328. I would be surprised if it goes up to 228 on this shot. I can see us stair stepping and working our way up there, but I can't see us just blasting up there. But then again, I didn't see it blasting up past the other fib areas either. It shouldn't have, but it did. So she's being very bullishy. And when we do that analysis. We did analysis right. We went by the rules of what we should. We just have to note that she's really freaking bullish and take that into account and consider that now in what we're looking for. Breakout retest idea. That's nice. Let's play a few old patterns here and see what they kind of give us. You got a 0.5 for real, for real. I'm gonna throw this one out here. There's a one, right? I guess I am gonna lean more toward that 272 area we had earlier. And I'm going to go with this guy right here, 392. For some higher targets. Areas that I would expect us to have us, something happen to a price reaction, a bigger price reaction, like a pivot point is what I'm looking for. A lot of trade the pivots. So that's a notch breakout retest, and let's see how high we can go. Solana. One more right here. She's looking good, looking strong. All right, let's share this over with the group. This is the 3-day chart. Swing trade targets. So when I do something like this on the bigger time frames, these are really good ones. Like especially if you're already in the project, getting in would have been around here 180, the best place to get in, or maybe the breakout. The breakout over here around 215. Too high to get in now. You'd be buying the tops unless you want to try to buy that, breakout of the top, which is one of the more risky plays that you can do because there's usually always a higher low. I mean, then the price is going to come down. Best thing I could recommend if you need to add to your bag. Thinking about adding to your bag is wait till we get rejected off of one of these areas, maybe closer to $300, then we can pull back. We can pull back here to 220. Once we get a top in, we can narrow it back in, but a good general rule is for a retest of the breakout. And that could be right here around 220, 215, 218, right there in those areas. So I guess I should probably update my photo since I added something. There we go. That easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Checking in on you guys real quick. I want to start checking the bottom here. I may not catch everything. It's my bad. 600,000 Jasmine held since the bottom, and I'm ready for something big to happen since Aaron T. I hope that happens for you, my man. Jay Rodriguez, my favorite turkey. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us. Joe says, check your Telegram after the show. I think you'll like it. All right. Thank you, Joe. Looking forward to it. Bobby Yaz. Good evening, Road Dog. Good evening, Pack. I thought Zeus on Solana was a good idea. What's the TA say? I'll make a note of that. I do want to take a look at Jupiter real quick. I mean, just an update, just to look and see how she's doing. Okay, so we're retesting the Sneeve. We're testing 618 Fibonacci here. Apparently I've got several 618s from different pools. They're all yellow there. So that's at 117. There's a 3-day chart. Let's go to smaller time frame. Let's go to 4 hour. Okay, yeah, you're definitely facing some rejection there. You gonna get past it? You gonna try to get past it? Because you kind of broke a trend line. You came back into it. I find that to be very interesting. No, we kind of got a new trend to establish, hopefully, and maybe, wow. What do you say, indicators? What do you think? Huh. Crazy enough, I'm starting to think she's going to try to do it. All right, Jupiter. Well, my next target for you is up here at 131 for Jupiter. See what you can do there. All right, let's take a look at is it Okada? Is that right? Oh, you told me this. Okay, I remember. I got to find the chat thing, I believe. All right, we got to get out of that. Has it been an hour already? It has. An hour goes by so fast. I didn't even look at the indices yet. Oh my gosh. Let's make sure we got the right one. You told me and I didn't write it down. I remember that. Let me scroll up on the tablet thing. Okada no saw recently about that. I thought there's a contract address. Maybe I didn't see that. This is Okada and Solana. Let's go take a look at it. I may be confusing that with something else. Let's get on a bigger time frame here. 4 hour sounds pretty good. Let's take a look at it. She's above the 4 hour 200 moving average. That's always a welcome. Indicators look pretty healthy on the 4 hour, like they're trying to turn bullish on us. So wait, let's load this little baby up. Oh, you got my indicators down here. That's cool. Why is the yellow circles there? You're supposed to move with me, not move without me. I like this. I like this a lot. I do. Huh. To me, I see a nice trend line. Let me tighten her up. Looks like I got a little happy there. Okay. Oh, that works even better. That's even more beautiful. So I see a trend line here. 1, 2. I'm on the 4 hour time frame. 3, 4. 4 nice touch points, making it a solid trend line, and we bear trapped. Came back into it and had a nice strong move up. Usually get those out of bear traps. Got some resistance going on here. Probably would respect the same angle, to be honest with you. To me, it looks like you are still in your accumulation zone if we fib it out from our December highs. Yeah, she's tapping her head on that 236 area. So anything under here in a few days from now is going to be, oh man, wish I'd bought more. So this is the I wish I'd bought more area, and I just keep putting all those fibs there. We can definitely, let's see, how far did you come back? Okay. Also, we'd be looking at, look at all these guys, especially here. That one's probably going to be a little bit of a headache. Let me do some color coding so I know what they are. So what are we looking at from here to there? Well, that's 56%. That's nothing to sneeze at to that first target. We get up to the 618, which we should. That's moonbag territory from just where we are right now. So if someone were looking at getting in on this little guy, it looks like you're probably still in a decent range, because you just got your breakout candle right here. And it looks nice. Looks like it cleared it, actually. There we go. So that, I mean, to me, that's, yeah, this or the next candle possibly be your buy signal or your buy trigger. My trigger would already been pulled, but that's just me, because I'm a little bit more of a risk taker than some people, but some people are bigger risk takers than I am. Indicators look good on the 4 hour. I like what I'm seeing for this one. Looks promising. Looking for those price labels that always hide from me. I think that's a good target. I think this one's a good target. Oh snap, I guess we got an extra one there. I'll take you and move you up. Stochastics are ready to move. MACD looks like she's lagging indicator, so it takes her a while to start showing the positive momentum there. It's usually already in the candles before it shows up on the MACD. But respect that MACD though, that's what I've learned. All right, and we'll take a look at Nero. That might have been the one. Let me back up here real quick. now I can't see it. Here it is. Near on Solana. Start CTG3Z. And it's not showing up. Only put the E before the I. I saw something, now I don't see nothing. There is one. I think you would have to give me that whole address, a copy of that whole address for me to get the right coin to look at. I'll be happy to look at it though. I'm not coming across it though. Let's take a look at Zeus. Zeus Network. KuCoin's got a nice little chart. So are we still below a trend line? I think we were looking for it to come back and retest that area. So we still got that target that I felt confident that we could hit, that we didn't hit. Makes me want to cry. I broke that. So at a point when everything is feeling bullish, Zeus Network is starting to show signs of weakness here. Why? Let's clear her out. It's a nice gallop. That's a good sign. Inverted head and shoulders to the upside. Got a retest. That looks all good. Got all these areas, horizontal areas of support. He took an 886 retracement. Which, by the way, might as well go ahead and mark that anyway. These levels are still good. You got a 0.5. Are you holding it? You're trying to hold it. I don't know if he's going to keep holding it. You broke it. Actually, let me take this one. Ooh, that would be nasty. Are you? What'd you get? What retracement you got? You got a 0.5. Give me just a second. Trying to see if we got some kind of harmonic pattern. If we do, this might be the butt crack thing that we're afraid of, and I don't like the butt crack thingy. It looks like it could be a possible bearish bat pattern. Which could take you all the way back down to 26 cents and those areas, 26.34 cents if it is. This is not my area of expertise at all. No. Wait. Well, let me not butcher somebody else's trading system. But let me figure out what we can do with ours, because mine overlaps quite a bit. This one at 37 cents is on the table. It may be a slow burn to get down there. It may take a while. The other idea that could be beneficial, and here's the argument for it. The argument I would have for it is that, you know, our indicators they're kind of bottom. I mean, they can go lower. Don't get it twisted. They can go lower, but they're already kind of floored out. Money flow is just now starting into the red, and that could be what drives us down. But I mean, your MACD and all this stuff is, you know, they're at nice bottom areas from where, especially compared to their history. They can get lower, but you know, this was. She's got some warning signs. That she could go down lower. What I would look for is the possibility that it could hold this area of support, because she's been holding it for several days, almost a week. And if it can break back up in here, recovery and then bullish. But what it's saying right now is that, you know, what would normally happen here is some kind of rollover. So I'd be cautious on this. My general rule is once you break a major trend line, that's the time that you look to pay for yourself at least. Even if you didn't take profits and nail the tops or anything like that, when you break a trend line, that's always a good place to make sure you paid yourself a little bit. 25%, 50 cents, 75%, maybe 100%, but you need something, because it's usually it's something's happening. This nice trend that we're liking is over. We're doing something different now. And it could come back up a little bit and drop, or there's lots of things it can do, but usually it's down or sideways and down. But overall, man, that's a good thing. I mean, I like this. Let me try from this fib right here. And from here to there, that's a 618. Because if all the altcoins are starting to get bullish, it doesn't make sense for something bad to happen. This has got some bad news or something. And if it doesn't, then what are they doing? Now, the other people, if you're looking at this pattern wise, and a lot of people are looking at this as an M shape that has converged, right? So this is a double top pattern that's confirmed. And we'll take a measured move. I'll take it from this side and just go down and put under here. That also takes us right down to this area. So we got some things that keep pointing toward this 36 cent area for Zeus. I like that. I'd say when she gets cheaper, probably a good time to get it when it's cheaper. Because this is bullish. Overall, it's bullish. Just whatever's going on right now, it's got to work through. All right, so Zeus Network was at daily. All right, I'd like to take a look at Toshi real quick. She's been having an interesting week here. Got Toshi on CoinEX, and here was the little motor car that it did, and I don't know what the bicycle or whatever. Doing pretty good. She got up to 0.00048, so she got past her little target there, or she hit our little target there and rejected, coming back. That's just a 382 Fibonacci is all it was. So just the little stair step areas that we need to go through. Let's go to the 4 hour. Remember, we did have a breakout of a falling channel or a falling wedge, however you want to look at it. Great chance to break to the upside, which it did. Gave it back, did a refledge. And sometimes this happens. Sometimes this happens. Did we ever get a measured move for this guy? Because I think that would be fun. I bet it was one of these guys. I just didn't color it. I guess we did not. That's a Bukowski measured move. That measured move suggests that we can come back up to 0.00077. Right now, so we're on the 12 hour. Just looking at a 9 moving average right there. Or, yeah, she's above the 9. So we could come back and test these areas, even a little bit above. I'm not going to mark that one, but 0.0034, and I've got the 3.1, 3.2 area, just retesting that trend line, red trend line that or Fibonacci line that we broke out of. Any kind of retrace, more likely we'll retest this and try to bounce off if it kind of decides to come down. Right now, it looks like it just wants to go up. Smaller time frame. 24-minute. Still looking nice, looking strong. So it looks like we're coming back up to retest. These guys are trying to. And if we fall down, maybe back to here. Bobby Yaz, appreciate you, my man. Reese John, everything slow dropping. That was part of that we never got to my indices. So let's take a look at it. So what's the idea for price to drop? Are we going to get a shakeout on crypto? I wouldn't doubt we might get another one. Let's take a look at total 3 and see what she's doing. Ooh, double topping over here, are you? Could be. We're on a small time frame, so let's don't get it twisted. Let's start out bigger with the daily. That looks just absolutely crazy and unsustainable. This is our MACD on total 3, showing some signs of tiredness here. You see that the histogram is starting to come down, so we are seeing some of the altcoins lose a little bit of steam, especially with all the sell-offs going off and the meme coins going over to the Trump coin and all that. On the weekly RSI, ooh, it's up here and then down here. So is price, so, well, no divergence there. There is from over here on these, from back in March to where we are now, there's some bearish divergence there. If I were to read that, I would think that if we were to drop, we would drop to here. That would be horrible. Let's don't talk that way. Not at this point in the game. So either we are double topping or we're getting ready to flag to the upside. And that could be. We're above the 9 moving average. It likey it. If you're going to flag to the upside, where might you be going? You see this pattern right here? And how we came down and then we did this little kind of weird shaky thing and didn't make another curve under it. Think of the last chart they were just on. What was the one that we looked at? Was it Zeus? Yeah, that kind of idea. And you're kind of right here on Zeus. We could be coming down and doing something like that. Murphy. We got a 786 area retracement, depending on how accurate I am on my pool here. A nice one. That gives us some nice little reachable higher highs. We'll go from a swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go, and we can put these targets at 124 trillion and 1.24 trillion and 1.36 trillion. We're at 0.09 trillion. So if we're not double topping here to come down lower, that scenario could be. Areas that we've seen before and possibly down to 821. So we just mark these guys. So total 3 represents our altcoins. Good to track it. And like I said, we're above the 9 so far on the weekly, or is it? Yeah, the 9 moving average is at 988,000. That's pretty kosher. I can't really complain too much about that. Let's come down to a 3-day chart, see what we're doing. Looky here. Is it a breakout? It's a confirmed breakout on the 3-day. That one for sure is. Well, let's do some. Oh, you're a 0.5. I found that interesting. You didn't square up. All right, so altcoins, we just gotta make sure we can get past this $1.16 trillion area right here. We'll put a little dotted line there. We can monitor. We want to see candles break up above that, and that look good. We got a chance to do it. Got a nice little breakout. Confirmed on bigger time frames. So altcoins look like they at least want to go up a little bit. We got to watch them for the next few days to make sure we clear this area, or else we could be looking at a double top, even a higher high, and then coming back down. So might be an interesting week, but so far we're looking pretty good, at least for the next couple of days, to at least try to work to the upside. Right, it looks kind of strong. Looks like MACD wanting to go. So maybe Monday and Tuesday won't be so bad. We're just getting some lackluster price action out of our altcoins. Overall, they should be pretty good. I mean, 1.0 trillion and 1.08 trillion is not bad at all for altcoins. I'd like to take a look at SUI. Oh, you're down? I thought I saw, yeah, you were up to 513 and now she's drawn back a little bit on these recent candles. Been a strong play, you can't deny that with SWE. Ooh, this is a sweet spot over here. Getting it at 80 cents. Back in the day, look how much she's went up and went crazy like that. Can't it continue? We just keep saying that it can't continue, but yet it keeps doing it. So this is a promising coin. BitBoy may be right about that. We're at a 2618 area right now. Area to be cautious about, but nothing seems to have stopped it so far. If we are doing a wave 3, this 3618 is supposedly one of our targets right there at 648. And that's where we should expect a much bigger resistance if that scenario plays out. Yeah, I see you now. I see you now. Let me put it right on the price so I won't come back and say, look, we nailed it. We don't make habits of doing that or anything like that here. All right. So there's a good chance it might be, well, that might be considered a top, whether it's just a local top or maybe we're on the downtrend. I don't know. But she bounced off of this. She respected this one here. May come back down to 423. Retest that. May come back down to 352 at some point. Don't see those signs just yet, but we got to keep that in mind, and that would be a retest of this trend line, and that makes sense to happen. That could be a local top, and we might be working our way back down to retest, and hopefully bounce off and then go to a bigger move. We do not want to come back in here because that would suck. And in January 2025, heading into February 2025, heading into April and March and April and all that, full on bull market, it doesn't make very much sense for it to start breaking lower areas. It doesn't. We shouldn't see that, but we could. But we shouldn't. We should start seeing more bullish action out of these things. But we could see a surprise dumpy dump pull back, and that's some of the things I'm keeping my eye out for. And sometimes they're hard to spot. But what we got right now is a little hint of some parabolic activity. I lost that one, but we got something going on right here that counts. Tertiary trend line here, or a secondary trend line rather, I guess. Well, we could get a nice straight move up. That could happen if you get bullish and get above that. It might be a strong move afterward. Break past 532. SWE, still looking at that 684. As long as we hold the trend lines, we're good. And as long as we're above the 9 moving average, we're good. And I'll show you something about that 9 moving average that it's doing right now. She's doing the old duck lips. And that's where she looks like she's bearish, and she turns right around, does a 180 right there. See the little duck head? Woo! Quack, quack. Take this guy and post him over here for SWE. More money. Glad to have you here. Mine's a Dama. The Lamia is Dar Abai. Well, she's a noisy chart, but she's at a bottom area. I can't blame you for wanting to buy it. My rules of the game to tell me whether a coin is in a good place to buy is doing a nice little fib pull, taking that 236 Fibonacci area. And if you are below it, you are definitely in a good place to buy. And if you are beneath the green, you're still in a decent place to buy. And we're right here, closer to the red than we are to the green. We're at 16 cents. Probably won't dip back down into here very much unless we just spike down there for a few. I don't know, this is on the weekly candle here, so there might be some possibilities to get it down 10, 11 cents. But basically, and if you want my personal opinion, I think the best places to look to on this chart for what we got, short-term targets to look for would be these guys. About 31 and 35 cents. This one looks like, for how long have you been here? For as long as this one's been around, she has not made very much gain. So I guess if you're asking me if it's a good buy, I mean, if you're good with just making 2x, 3x, maybe, okay, and she'll take a while to get there, is what her history is telling us. You may have faster horses. Now, if you're like, if this is a game and you're in the game and this is just a byproduct, you get some stuff out of it or whatever, you know, just kind of tracking it that way. But if it's like, ooh, I'm going to look for the next one that's going to 1000x or something like that, I don't know that this one's your coin, because it's August of 22. Highest ever she got was 38 cents. Some people would read this as a head and shoulder bottom pattern, maybe a big pattern. Okay, you can. And if we were to take that measure move, put it at the breakout, anticipated break, we haven't got a breakout yet. Still maybe taking you up maybe 40 cents from 16. So, and don't know how long that could be. That could be all year before it gets up to that high, considering how long it's taken it to do other stuff. Those are the things I would kind of ask myself or think about. But if you're asking me, you know, if it's at a decent place to pick it up. But her performance has been kind of, yeah, that can change. They can change. Right now on the weekly, she's got a red dot that printed there, or is trying to confirm. Does kind of suggest she wants to push a little bit lower. 4 hour, okay, this might be what the excitement's about, because she recently popped up here. Now, it looks like she bounced off there, our 236 fib. That's actually a good sign. So shorter term time frames are looking positive. We can get some spikes up. Bigger term time frames we're looking kind of negative. So I think what you're going to see is just a bunch of rangy range like you got. This one looks like an ideal candidate for this range tool. Hello, range tool. Fixed range volume profile. And, you know, it's just more than likely coming back down toward this area. 17.7 is what this tool says after doing what she does over here. That's about the best I can tell you on it. If you got conviction on it, then, you know, that's your choice. Bobby Oz, would you share your thinking regarding the context of chart time frame and the sell limit orders you sell? Well, if I'm using Fibonacci, the time frame really doesn't matter. If I'm using moving averages, the time frames will matter. But the Fibonacci is based on price action on highs and lows. So that doesn't bear at all as far as time frames when I use the Fibonacci, and that's one of the things I kind of like about them. The time frames come in handy for, I guess zooming in and seeing what kind of price action you got pattern wise, you can find some different patterns on smaller time frames, like some smaller, patterns within patterns, but zooming out to get your overall pattern. If you're pattern trading, I think that's always the best way to go. And here in this market, I guess a lot of times we got probably do have a lot of flags and pennants starting to form now. So if I start zooming in, I can break this down into smaller patterns, possibly a double bottom at support, right? And things like that. But if I zoom out, I go by the bigger thing, which is this guy. So that's how, with patterns, I think it's very important to zoom out on bigger time frames so you can get more of the picture in, get some of the noise out. That's the benefit, really. The bigger the time frames, it takes the noise out of the candles. Like the last chart we looked at, what was it? I forgot what it was. I can back it up. The one that was all noisy. I mean, that's a noisy chart. There's a lot of stuff going on right there. Yeah, this one right here. Lots of buys and sells, and it just ranges it out. So, and I had to zoom out to get it there when we come like to, what's it look like on a 1 hour or something like that. It actually doesn't, I mean, she's noisy, but it shows up a lot noisier on the, oh. I think the bigger times help you. The rule of the game is to start on the bigger time frames and just work your way down. That's a good rule to go by. But most of my price targets that I get are either going to be from measured moves from a pattern or Fibonacci. And I may reference a moving average, but they're called moving averages because they move around, so it doesn't always stick to the line, does it? Moving averages are good for determining a little area, a zone. They're not always, they can be. You can see price bounce off of them, but usually when you see a moving average, they're going on both sides of them, right? So, well, this was nice, bouncing off that 21, but you still kind of wick down below it and stuff. So the moving averages are fuzzy. So I hope that answered your question. But it wouldn't matter if I was on the 4 hour or whatever, as long as I could zoom out and catch the high and the low of the swing when I do my Fibonacci. That's all I need is the high and the low, or the low and the high. Low and this high, I guess, in this situation. So hopefully that shines some light. We can definitely talk more about that stuff in chart school and stuff like that too. Bobby has also market factors you may consider, including how much you sell during this part of the cycle versus later. Nice chill dub reggae. Okay, let me come back to that, but let me look at some other stuff real quick here. Ricky Ricardo says, President Trump, a man used by God, full of wisdom, justice, peace, love, loyalty, dedication, effort, worthy of admiration. Congratulations, God. Hey. Thank you for the support of the Trump pump. I do believe that God has got his hand on Donald Trump right now to help guide our country out of the shitstorm we were headed into. I think we might have sidestepped a tribulation coming for a few years. I got a short little window trying to turn this country around and remember what it was founded on. We were founded on the principles of God. One nation under God. It didn't have to be Catholic. It didn't have to be Protestant, but it had to be God. And we got away from God. We got very degenerate, to use an affectionate term. We like crypto. Adele Shabir says, Doge, please. Take a look at Doge. Let me see if I can come back up to this question real quick here while we put Doge on the screen. Doge, I'm still looking at the targets. You just gotta keep on performing. So we got this trend line here that can come back and retest. We got this trend line that can retest below a 618, but I'm still looking at 43, 46, and 48 cents. These prices that I put the arrows on, those are the ones I feel most strongly can get hit. And I think I've got this, we've got this posted over into the trade setup group. All right, so also other market factors that you may consider: how much you sell during this part of the cycle versus later. Well, I'm doing mostly, I've been concentrating on doing spot margin, and I've got way too many positions open. So I'm trying to weed those out. That's one thing that might affect this. Spot margin works things a little bit different, I guess. Trading, if I were swing trading, if I were strictly trading, you know, I'd be looking for a breakout. I would have my entry, and then I would have my price targets that where I would layer out. And then the trade would be over, and then I'd look for a new setup, enter, and watch, rinse, and repeat. If I was hardcore trading or if I were swing trading, that's what I would be doing. Position trading is different. Position trading is what the whales do during the whole cycle. And that's kind of like, I mean, it's trading, but it's also kind of like investing, how you're holding on to some of these things. So with position trading, you know, my strategy is different. Is me looking for these areas down here under that 236 fib area, these accumulation areas where all the whales slowly accumulate. You know, they play through here and sell and do range trading strategies and things like that, and slowly build bags. And that's what I've been trying to do, and find that and you got a little bit of margin on it, very little, 2 to 3x, and even not that much at times, because you can control it better with smart margin. And then as prices go up through here, you can, this is during the market phases when you can really start multiplying your bags on pullbacks, because your whole account balance or value is going up, and the money that you have to leverage with can, you know, you got more leeway there, and you can build them up. It sucks when you get a pullback, so you got to be mindful of that. But the whole point is that with spot margin trading or position trading, it's taking advantage of the whole market cycle that we talked about in chart school. You know, your distribution, your markdown, your accumulation, that's what we're talking about there. And then you got your markup here. And so the idea is to have, there's different ways to do it, how to take profit on the way up. Definitely playing the charts just like you would just swing trading, finding the pivot areas, putting your sell targets in, and that's how I'm doing that. But as an overall goal, and it doesn't work out as well, but maybe we're in the perfect part of the market where it can start working out, is to take out, I was looking at 5% of my total account balance every month to be pulling out as actual profit that I'm putting in the stable coin and pulling out of the market. And that's what I try to do when we get a markup phase and when we're going up. At some point I may be able to do 10%. That'd be really cool. We'd have to get real bullish. But that's kind of the game plan as we're going up. That's what I'm pulling out, like trying to pull out 5% of it every month. So let's say if I had an account that was worth $100,000, maybe that's where I'm at, 100K. Well, I want to pull out at least 5K a month. That's my goal. It doesn't always work because the market doesn't always work out with you. So I've noticed, especially during summer, it just kind of crashed this idea. It was a broke-ass summer. But as it goes up, say the next month, you get a nice, you could be 120 or 120K. Well, I get to pull out a little bit more, don't I? The next month, your portfolio will start growing. It grows a lot like this. Remember, this was a $100,000 account, paper trading account, and it's worth about 1.5 million. So I mean, it can grow. And so, and each month I can end up pulling more and more, and that leads. If I do it that way, I've still got a nice amount that I can try to nail the distribution with. That's my goal, or how I'm trying to look at it. But by the time that we start getting up to distribution, I want to be probably just down to 25% of what I hold now. Coin quantity wise, the value should be a lot more than what it's worth right now. So there are some ideas on how I'm planning on doing it. But if you don't take profits on the way up like that, if you don't do that, you ride the roller coaster, and you ride it all the way up, you ride it all the way down. And that's no fun, because you won't figure out that you're in markdown until about halfway through it. You won't figure out that you're in bear market until you're about halfway down. That's just the way it goes. Oh, we're just in a deep correction. No, we're in the early bear stages. We just don't realize it yet, or we're still holding on to some very conservative last last conservative signs to confirm it. You know, then they will finally come and you're like, shoot, I should have sold earlier. The same thing happened to BitBoy. And I'm not dissing on him. I mean, it happened to a lot of people. But it especially happened to a lot of people listening to BitBoy because Mr. X was saying to 100,000, right? We only got up to 69, I think. We had a pullback. Or no, that was it. That was the second double top, but we were still going back to 100,000. We're going to do it this time. We're just getting a pullback, right? It wasn't until Bitcoin dropped from 69 to it's around 37,000, $37,000 to $32,000 range. Gave up half its gains for Bitcoin. He finally capitulated on his altcoins, and still, you know, it was still questioning whether we're in the bear market or not. Because remember, Bitcoin will never go below 47,000 ever again. Those were the famous words right there. Not dissing on him, but that's an example of the psychology that will affect us in this market. And some of these influencers are prime examples of how the psychology affects us. When the ego starts getting all riled up and you get cocky and start flashing all the money and all that stuff, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, the people that their thinking's going to get skewed, and then you're going to be following their lead. So you have the blind leading the blind, basically. Besides, they've already made money. They don't really give a crap at this point. They're making stupid choices before they finally lose a lot of that money, I think. So a lot of things to consider as far as that goes. That's an interesting topic to talk about. Nero and Solana contracts are, yeah, okay, wait a minute. Oh, that was way up. I'm checking on my chat here on my tablet here. Auto Pancho, welcome to the stream, my man. I'm not here much, but when I see you live, I'll make sure to stop by and hit the like button on this wild stream. You're consistent and do your thing. Salute Giant Turkey. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words and the support. I appreciate your support. Stan says, Chad, can y'all do a solid and tap the like button? I like the way you think, Stan.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Adil Shabir says, thank you, keep up the good content. Thank you so much. I've been getting more and more positive feedback, and I really do appreciate that. I'm seeing a lot of new names in here, seeing some new subscribers. It's been slow on this channel. I've been doing this it's going on 3 years now, and still haven't broken 2,000 subscribers, but I'm cool with that. I just want the right people behind me, the right resonance. And we got the right people, man. We got such a good vibe here and in the Telegram group, which is, for those of you who are new, it's not monetized. It's totally free. Don't expect it to be ran by a paid group though, because I'm not in there holding anybody's hand through all this, but I will help you point in the right direction and we'll discuss ways to learn and things like that. There we go. Did it work? Okay, so my links aren't working. I tried to throw the links for those groups into the chat, but they're always in the video or the stream descriptions though. The links are always in there. I know we were chatting about SCI and Telegram, and the daily looks kind of interesting. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I was kind of hoping Say would be doing a little bit better than what she has been. I mean, there was resistance. I mean, we can see what happened here on the charts, but for her to drop from 70 to 30, wow, that's a lot. But hey, man, this pattern does that, right? This is a cool pattern because these targets are still on the table. 78 cents, 94. We can we fine tune it now? Maybe able to fine tune you a little bit. Okay, no, we're good with you. You're purple. I want to color code you different. I think we just got some confluence, but this one's validated this one again. Or maybe I already pulled on it. I can't remember when last time I looked at it, but 78 cents is still on the table there. So, I mean, respecting this trend line and not here, get this. This is what I like. I've got these targets down here at 31 cents that she could come and touch. She could come down to the bottom of the trend line, but it looks like she's trying not to touch it. That's like early, that could be early stages of parabolic activity, a parabolic sign. Look at this. That was our low. So you made a higher low, right? So we're getting some deviations here. You're actually getting a variation in the trend where we're deviating. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. So we can bottom out through here, get a bottoming pattern, whether you want to look at it as a, falling channel. And that's what kind of stands out to me right now. We're likely to do some other things down here, and we'll be calling shoulder, head and shoulder, even though it's crooked as all hell and technically is a channel. I would expect it could probably do something like that and get a more nice, more textbooky kind of reversal pattern down here. But those patterns just kind of overlap with this. I mean, this got a 70%, right around a 70% chance to break to the upside. So we just play around through here. We're above the 9, or trying to get above the 9. Let's see what it does. She's below the 200 moving average on the daily, but we're in an area of support. We could really bounce back above that, and we got the 50 moving average up here to help us out a little bit. 100 moving average up here to help us out a little bit. I think she's at a bottoming area and trying to bottom out. But yeah, I kind of expected a little bit more hype out of this one and everything, because it sounds promising, like it's going to be a competitor to SWE, or very similar to SWE. And but I haven't heard of much being built. So the topic, and one of the questions I saw in the Telegram group was about which projects or chains, I guess, would be the strong ones. I mean, and it's the ones that's got the most development, the most building on it. The reason why Solana is so big is because it had all the DEXs and all of that being built on it, and all the other platforms, the borrowing, lending, and whatever else that they perpetuals. The developers are there building on those chains, and then you get the coins coming in and all that, and even your meme coins and stable coins being a big one. Whatever chain that is going to be successful, they need a stable coin. That's why I keep bitching about Caspa needs to get that damn stable coin if they're going to try to be have some to get the hype they need to get the big prices this cycle that everybody's hoping for with Caspa. They need to start building some more on there and get stable coins, what they need a lot. That would help out a lot, I believe. So Aptos is another one, but I'm not familiar, and I haven't been digging into it, but I haven't heard a lot about things being built on Aptos. I've heard rumors about them going to, but I haven't seen any evidence of it. But wherever there's actual evidence of things being built, like Cosmos Ecosystem, that's a great one, even though how's that token doing? She's been lackluster in performance, but everything, that's got such a huge ecosystem. I mean, they're some of the best group of developers over there. But here's an example of one that's I think is extremely undervalued, is Cosmos Ecosystem. Binance Smart Chain is built off of the SDK. Kronos Crypto.com is built off of Cosmos. So I mean, why don't you get more love, Cosmos? Why no more love? Adam's sitting there at $6.50, man, when she can hang around $44. When's it going to happen? When run? When she pumps, she goes up good. She went up to $26 from about where we are now, around $6-7. So she can do a nice 3 or 4x in just a matter of days when the time hits. So I'm just still got my Atom accumulating these little low prices. I got it over staking, and sometimes just staking that Atom gets you some really cool airdrops. But I think that's an underlooked layer one myself. Bobby Medina says BitBoy is the top signal. Very interesting. You know, I happened to see Discover Crypto. Was it? I think it was early this morning or sometime. I don't know. I don't even know what time that they have. But DZ was on there, and then how did I forget his name? JT. Is it JT? I hadn't seen him in a while. TJ. That's it. TJ. But I like their show. I got nothing to say about the drama. I don't know anything about the drama, but I think Big Boy had a lot to play in that drama himself. But anyway, they seem to have some good content over there. I want to see some more of them. Froze like the toes in the footsie club. That is right. About missed my opportunity to shell my paid OnlyFans group. Yes, you can watch the naked turkey on the OnlyFans. You get access to a special little group where I will give you daily Bitcoin charts with my little feet, my little cutesy toes pointing toward the price targets. If you made it, baby. You appreciate it. $2,499 a month. Support your boy. Get those footsie pictures in your inbox every day. Come to my OnlyFans page. Hang out. Look at my toes. Chicken feet. Turkey feet. All day long. But don't worry, if you can't afford it, I'll get you there. We'll get you to where you can get that $24.99 a month to pay at the Turkey Club. We'll get you there. Just keep hanging out. It's a no-brainer. I've been in mini chat and groups. This is the place to be. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have not had a lot of experience with a lot of those groups. I've only been in one group. I did do it twice. The second time is where I met Joe. He was hired to be on there, and I really thought they were going to take off. And they would have if they would have stuck with that plan, I think. But now Joe's on his own, and he's doing his own thing. I think he's doing a fantastic job. Of course, because you got the best content of all channels, I wish it would be a little earlier, but that's good. Do you? Well, I've asked that question before. Because actually, I wouldn't mind maybe trying to do it a little earlier myself, to be honest with you, because my sleep schedule sucks. The Echelon Show says, on the short-term prime frame, do you think Solana will retest 263? Oh, she could. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her on small time frame to do that. I've got that area as a fib level, so I would expect it to probably be retest just to make sure it's solid before we go up. So yeah, I would say probably. Let's look at as a 15-minute. Let's look at well, sure. Let's just go all the way down to the 1 minute. What does the 1 minute say? We'll get 0.5 is there. A nice impulse move. I say it's got a very fair chance to test that little guy. 200 moving average coming up there on the 1 minute. How many times price crosses over that 200 moving average on the 1 minute? It's always crossing over that little sucker. Let's not always throw the upside either. I'm just saying. Sometimes, but it ain't always. So yeah, I think there's a good chance, especially with the trend line coming in here. I dare say it might get 262. Let's draw it out this way. If it respects this channel idea, then yeah, I think it could. Even if not that low, I'm really on the fibs. And you got the support over there, yeah. I believe it. She's trying to go there right now as we speak on the 1 minute, looks like. Lily XX Plays. How's it going? Trump is bumping. Thank you so much for that super chat. I want to look at. Hey, can we? Oh, I haven't looked at. They've got it on exchanges now. I had to use what Dex Screener or Dex Tools, one of those. But now we got it on. What's KCX? That's a new exchange. I'm not familiar with that one. I might have to check that one out. $35 make me holla. We get paid to do the wild thing. I think we're going to have to. I'm going to have to use the other one, aren't I? Crap, I don't remember what chart I had. It wasn't USDC. Oh, okay, you got I guess this is it. We got our lines. Cool, we're good. Let's take a look at what do we have on Trump? I forgot. Let's go to the 50-minute time frame. Oh, she getting she resistance. I keep missing this little pumpies. I got a moon bags, but I'm trying to debate on it. Well, do I want to take some profit along the way, or am I just going to hold and see what the hell happens? It's hard for me to imagine this. What's the market cap on this thing now? Market cap is 7.26 billion. I mean, that's crazy. The biggest thing we got going for us right now is the unlock schedule, and us just having 200 million of them available. Because when that unlock comes, baby, there's going to be a sell-off. As bullish as everybody is, I mean, there's going to have to be a point where we decide, hey, I think I want to bail out a little bit right now. Maybe keep a small moon bag, but take a majority of profits. All I've done is really taken my collateral out, and I need a good profit taking zone. And gosh darn it, we're at some good ones. I'm still kind of sticking for that $41. See if we can hit that, but we hit our measure move for this channel breakout. Oh, that's one move. What, we're on the 15 minutes? Let's go to the 5 minute. So possibly losing the 21 moving average. Maybe. Let's see if we can update our fib pulls here. Are we still good? Okay, so we got to raise. No. What? Where were you from? All right. Let's adjust for our fibs. 30 and 33 is possible places that can find some support right there. I guess we need to update. This is 5 minute chart. Price retest updates. The Epsilon says, I appreciate you always giving us stellar analysis. Well, thank you. Sometimes I worry I put too many targets on there. I'm just trying to see what I see. Joe says, I've been here just charting and doing lots of research. Work. You're always working, Joe. Always grinding. It's going to pay off. Joe does put in a lot of work. Right, okay, what coins are going to pump on inauguration day? Hard to say. There's two theories of thought there. Some people think that we might get a big old dump right there right after Inauguration Day, maybe a day or two after. Could happen. It's an excellent time for buy the rumor, sell the news. Here's my take. Okay, here's one other thing that I kind of want to drive home, or want to draw attention to, and that's our history with Bitcoin during an election year, a halving year, during a January election year. What happens? Because they play games with us. So here we are, 2021. We had the January 6th stuff, and we got a pump after that. The inauguration was here on the 20th. And Biden took office. Bitcoin's 36,000. And then over the next few days, dropped down to 28,000. Not just once, but came back and retested that area a few days later. It was all through the end of January that we were on a downward trend. And lots of, various different reasons, but it's just kind of common that they do that stuff to us. And we could see something similar to this playing out. And even with the bullish news, the powers that be, or whatever, the market makers especially, the way that the composite man works in Wyckoff theory, that's what we call it, what's called Wyckoff theory. That mysterious force that you're trading against, that always trades against you so perfectly, the composite man, it does stuff like this. So I just tell everybody to be cautious. When we go into, at some point we will go into an up-only phase, but it's just not. There will be that one day you wake up and it just seems like it's never turning back around. But there's some jaggedness that happens before all of that, and we might get one more flush out if we're true to past price history or past price performance. We might be doing that, and now you got to think about that for the altcoins. And what did they do back in January? Actually, I think did they have a little bit of no, they had a kind of a rough time too, didn't they? No, they had a good time actually, didn't they? They were a little shaky, kind of sideways, but mostly kind of just slowly increasing during January. And then it was right around February, very end of January, we started seeing the nice come up there. And so this January could be playing out a lot simple. We still got another 10 days, 12 days that we can still see some sideways, lots of sideways and everything. So I'm just watching. I'm watching. But yet not trying to move any good, not trying to miss any good opportunities either. But I'm definitely trying to make sure I don't go overboard. Now, right now, that's a pretty good sign that we got on total 3. We saw that earlier with the breakout, so that's kind of good for the next few days. And so how are we looking so far for January? Because our January kind of started right in here, and we just kind of been sideways and sideways, right? There's an idea. I don't know. Maybe we just had. So as far as what was the question? What coins are going to pump? I couldn't tell you. I would say Solana will probably continue to be one of them that's going to pump. My best way to see that is to be in the charts and make notes of it. And I try to do that. I try to find chart setups on the bigger time frames when I see them. I try to share them with you guys. Just sometimes we start talking about a lot of other coins and I never get around to it. Sometimes we miss some of these good breakouts when I get distracted like that. First unlock coming in 3 months, then 6 months from now for Trump coin. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. So we got 3 months. It might be kind of fun with it. That's why I'm trying to make sure I don't sell out of all my moon bag, but I am going to take a little bit more profits along the way. Let me donate to you, Bald Turkey. Drop a Solana wallet. Huh. Let's see. Let me get a Solana address here. Let's see, I can drop this, and the easiest way to share this would be if I can put it over here in Telegram. Then I can erase it. Let's see. Boom, that easy. Okay. There is a Solana address. There's some scalping and place a short. And Celinda says the market's too oversaturated with useless pump and dump coins. I agree. And it's affecting things. It's slowing down our altcoin performance. Definitely. I got to agree with that. I still got the duck up there. Oh, man. Sure is foggy. Hey, Strega, you get that crazy fog that they've been talking about that leaves like a residue and stuff? Or leaves like these little particles and stuff. I've seen reports of that. I haven't seen anything like that where I'm at, but I think there's lots of weird stuff going on with the weather. I think we're getting a lot of snow tomorrow. Oh, we still got snow from the last time, a little bit. Time for the snowfall. Chris Line says, I really wish Litecoin would take off. She should be doing pretty good. Where you at, Litecoin? $121? It won't be long before we start seeing 183. Triple. Oh, I've got a measure move for this triple bottom thing that we might be confirming here. That's $253. I'm on the 3-day chart. Why are you looking like slow, sir? Oh, here you are on the 1 hour, taking a little bit of a dump. Oh snap! You lost the 100. Let's hope that holds. Oh, she's got a little bit more she can go. I think. Let's tighten it up. Oh, she's got a little bit more than I thought she could go. She's got a little bit more she can come down to. Kind of lines up with this area right over here. We'll do it the old school way. The old school horizontal support resistance way right there. Oh, you know I'm going to pull a fib. Let's see how's that relate. How's that old horizontal support resistance area relate to these fibs? Spot on right here. Not always totally spot on. But more times than not, yeah, it's spot on. That's one reason why you see me use fibs more than sitting out and drawing out a lot of horizontal support and resistance. I just agree to trust my fibs. So we could be seeing about 116 out of Litecoin. Hopefully we'll bounce. Hopefully we'll find support there and go on our merry way. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it very much. 27 beautiful people still hanging out with me, but it is 2 hours 19 in. Nobody wants to click on a 2-hour stream. So let's ring-a-ding-a-ling a little cowbell for good luck for this market. We'll see what Sunday brings, and then of course we got Monday and Tuesday, so we got about 3 days to track here in the markets. And what they could be doing is getting us bullish on the weekend so they can tear us down a little bit on Monday, Tuesday, and it's not even us thinking about the effects of the inauguration and all that. I don't know, we got a lot of things going on. We got to take it with stride. That's the best thing to do in my personal opinion. If you get too bullish and decide you go all in now, anticipating that, you know, when Trump comes to office, everything will be gravy and be set in place and up only, you might be very disappointed. You might be. However, if you're sitting on the sidelines and not doing anything. I'm just all staying in cash. And he comes in and he signs something and everybody says, balls to the wall, buying Bitcoin before the reserves do it, and starts pumping everything. And then, well, you missed out too. So we got to find this little balance, this little middle road area. How I look at it. And just be diligent during January, because and then after we clear this and things start getting good, we got to keep our eyes out for the early tax sellers, because they're going to be there they got taxes to pay probably. It'd be nice if Trump comes out and says we get a tax holiday for the 2025 and 2024. That would be awesome. Don't know if that's going to happen, but that's something we could be seeing with tariffs. Before income tax ever was, they used tariffs. They didn't need to depend on us to be, their Energizer bunny out there making money and giving 30-40% of it to the federal government. Something went askew. And if we've had success, if there's another way to be more successful than taxing their citizens to death, I am all for that. I think with the less taxes here, our economy would actually spin up, and then it would kind of be on the right side of things. But that's just my thinking. I'm not an economist at all. I'm just some turkey on the internet drawing trend lines. Guys, thanks for spending time with me. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow. Sean? Oh crap. Sean? I'm all alone. Where's the end screen? Sean? I guess we're sticking around.
Come on, come here.
Oh, way to go, Sean.
Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make you look like you're so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind. Unpredictable. Fade out of the ground.
Ah, what a dream.
You was star, blow it up like supernova.
Thank you, Joe.
Hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was about your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice?
Are those otters?
The same. Running for the meds. Show you like my vibe. That's my candy on my wrist. Bad habits. Little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, freaky dog. Got a whole lot of love for my dog. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, now show how freaky you are.
So I'm just gonna be away for 1 hour. Please don't break anything. And I might have a surprise for you.
Give me a miracle. I need a syllable. Talking about big kids.
Is that the Otter Gang?
I'm done with this trash. Talk to be critical. Show me your mental state before we get
I don't know.
pour some water in your cup, let it drip, drip, drip. Now look straight into my eyes, then you sip, sip, sip. It's about time that you shine. Take off that leash so that we can have some fun.
Good night, everybody.